Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Like most Albertans, I want to see this pipeline completed. But Premier, here we are. Everyone's been warning you, but your government continued to boast about getting a pipeline to Tidewater, and now we're 2 months away from the whole thing being scrapped. And I know you're well-intended, Premier, but intention without action is delusion. What is this government going to do different between now and May 31st to make sure that this pipeline doesn't get scrapped altogether?
Great question.
Well, thank you very much, Madam Speaker. First of all, let me just reiterate that what the government will not do is cheer for the pipeline's defeat by declaring it over, like the members opposite have done. Because, quite frankly, it is not over. We will get it done, Madam Speaker. As I've said before, what we are going to do here in Alberta is we're going to exert economic and fiscal pressure. We are going to continue to assert the rights of the federal government in the courts, and we are going to support and reduce investor uncertainty, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. But without this pipeline, the path to balance is gone before we even get finished with estimates, and this government's fiscal credibility along with it. With that in mind, the Premier yesterday floated the idea that the province would buy an equity stake in the pipeline expansion and using that stake to make sure that the pipeline goes ahead. To the Premier, what assurances do Albertans have that any deal on the Trans Mountain project is in their interests and not your own political prospects?
Well, thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I'm not sure where the member opposite has been, but I think that there's a clear consensus throughout everyone, but perhaps the Alberta Party, that the completion of this pipeline is in the best interest of all Canadians, not just Albertans, but all Canadians, including British Columbians, because it will create jobs and it will allow us to diversify our markets and it will build our economy and it will ensure that we are a better place for more investment internationally. So, Madam Speaker, I think we are all quite clear on what the benefits are, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, for the record, the Alberta Party caucus wants this project to be completed, and we do believe it's in the best interest of Albertans and Canadians. But, Premier, it comes down to leadership. Federally, all we've seen is flash and no substance. But clearly, we haven't had 100% effective action from your government either, because here we are. Your plan has Albertans on the hook once again for a pipeline that's supposedly in the national best interest. Will you call the federal government to backstop this project with federal money so that they actually have some skin in the game?
Great question.
Well, thank you, Madam Speaker. I think the member opposite might want to begin backpedaling on it's supposedly in the national best interest statement, because I'm pretty sure most Albertans are going to be a bit troubled that he's not convinced that that is the case. That being said, Madam Speaker, as I have said, we have already been very clear with the federal government. We've already been working with the federal government, and we will continue to do that on a number of fronts, including ensuring that instability and a lack of certainty is removed with respect to the investors in this pipeline, Madam Speaker.